Yo, what's good? With fall 2021 coming to an end and another anime season coming right around the corner, it's time to find out what anime I'll be watching in winter 2022. Logo reveal. Now, make sure you follow my socials and don't forget the YouTuber things. And if you're interested in more fall 2021 content, wrapping up that season, and winter 2022 content, starting up that season, I'll have a bunch of those videos coming out real soon. In fact, we'll probably just drop those in the description below. Not gonna really point up here because nothing's gonna be there until the video is shown, and then people are gonna be like, well, why isn't there a video? Yeah, it'll be in the description. So as far as I know, the winter 2022 season doesn't look crazy packed with great anime or anything like that. Now, there are a few that I am looking forward to, and a few more that I just don't really know too much about, though they have kind of cool sounding titles. And then other ones that I'm just not interested in at all. So let's take a look at all of the anime in the winter 2022 season. And we're gonna be doing this on livechart.me. So if you wanna follow along, go to the website, link will be in the description, and you can just go to the winter 2022 anime. We have turned off the ongoing. In terms of reactions, the only ones that are continuing would be, if another bunch of Stone Ocean comes out, Ranking of Kings. If you want to consider Demon Slayer as part of this, we're no longer doing the Platinum End ones on YouTube, but you can always check those out on the Patreon if that's what you're interested in. So, no ongoings, just the ones that are airing in winter 2022. The first one we've got here is Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District Arc. So this is the one dealing with the Red Light District. They're calling it the Entertainment District Arc. I guess they want to avoid saying Red Light District because prostitution, even though that's basically what this thing's about. But regardless, I've actually read Demon Slayer in its entirety. This is actually one of my favorite arcs after the Mugen Train arc. Mugen Train and the Entertainment District arc, two of my favorites, and I really do like Uzui a lot. We're gonna see him in entirety, and we're gonna see his bitches. No, I'm just kidding. Are they girlfriends or wives? I don't remember, but yeah, he's an interesting character, and I'm not liking how he's not saying flamboyant. He's normally says flamboyant in the manga, but he's not saying that in the anime, which kind of sucks. But let's look at the synopsis. Tanjiro and his friends accompany the Hashira Tengen Uzui to an entertainment district where Tengen's female ninja agents were gathering information on a demon before they suddenly disappeared. In order to investigate, Tanjiro and the others disguise themselves as women to sneak in. As they close in on their target, the demon reaches out for the courtesans of the district. Now, I've already gotten one episode in. They haven't actually gotten to the entertainment district. That will be starting in episode 2, I imagine. But again, I do like it. I'm going to be checking this one out, of course, so you can look forward to those reactions on the channel. Next up, we've got Arifureta, right? So this one, no synopsis, first of all, kind of sucks. I heard that the first season of Arifureta has a very not great animation. It's like some 3D and 2D, and it just really clashes, doesn't look that good. So that kind of sucks. And I know that it's supposed to be one of the bigger anime. It's just that I haven't seen the first season, and to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be seeing the first season. So I think that we will be skipping Arifureta. I'm not going to be checking that one out. Next up, we've got Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Of course, I'm going to be watching that. I watched the first season, I actually watched the first season probably a few months after it had actually aired. And then I watched, the second, third, parts 1 and 2, and then the final season, part 1, all of that as it aired. I have loved Attack on Titan ever since. Now, people say that the finale, the actual ending for the series, not that great. I'm hoping that maybe they change it, or maybe, maybe they just stick with it, and we'll see how that turns out. Some people like it, some people don't, and I am interested in seeing how it ends. But yeah, I'll be watching Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Best fucking believe it, bro. I want to see Eren get his comeuppance. It's kind of been a dick, or I want to find out why Eren's been a dick. Like, is there some other shit that we're just not aware of, and then he's going to reveal it, and we're going to be like, oh shit, Eren, actually not that much of a dick. Also, Annie, she's still in the thing. When's she gonna show up? Are we gonna see our boy Armin go fucking colossals more often? Like, there's so many different things. The final season, part 1, had some crazy shit. The way that they dealt with Gabby and then the family that's actually Sasha's. Oh, shit. That was a wild season, dude. So good. I enjoyed it so much, and I am really excited for the final season part 2. Now, next up, we've got How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom part 2. I actually saw the first part, and I enjoyed it. So that's going to be awesome. I am excited for that. I want to see that. I don't see a synopsis here, which is cool because honestly, don't need a synopsis. Don't want one. I want to go into it a little blind. And I have seen the first part, so I understand it. You best believe I'm going to be doing reactions for this one because I'm continuing where I left off, essentially. Next up, we've got World's End Harem. Now, this is one that was supposed to come out in fall 2021. So we were supposed to have it in the season, but it didn't. It got pushed back. This one is essentially like there's a dude and he's one of like a very few guys that are still alive because they didn't get affected by this fucking disease that wiped out all men. And now they need to repopulate the world and figure out why the fuck things happened the way they did. So this is going to be big time ecchi harem. You know I'm going to be watching it. But just to refresh everyone, the time is near future Tokyo, Japan in 2040. Reito, a young man suffering from an intractable disease, vows to reunite with his childhood friend Arisa, who I imagine is probably somebody in here, but not this one, and decides to cold sleep to cure her illness. When he wakes up 5 years later, world's undergoing a major transformation. The male killer virus kills 99.9% of the men on the planet. The ground was a super harem with 5 billion women for every 5 men. There's only 5 men, 5 billion women, essentially. Only 5 men, numbers, are resistant to the MK virus. One of them, Reito, is required to mate for the survival of the remaining women and humankind. Harem life waiting for the world after the pandemic. If only there was harem life waiting for the world after the pandemic. At the same time, Reito is involved in a global conspiracy over numbers. Can he overcome the temptation and save the world? Yeah, interesting. Definitely going to be wanting to check this one out, though probably not checking it out on Crunchyroll. We're probably going to be checking it out another way. You know, a way that's not going to be as censored. Next up, we've got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. Now, we already got the first part of this, you know? Already did those. If you're interested in those reactions, you can go on the channel. I'll probably have a link in the description that is going to take you to the Stone Ocean playlist where you can check those out. Yeah, Stone Ocean, really good. I'm not going to even go over it because that's something I'm already watching and doing reactions for. You can find those on the channel. You'll find more once more comes out. The next one, The Irregular at Magic High School. Oh, is that what this is? The Irregular at Magic High School. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. So this is like basically the next arc of it. This is supposed to be like really big in Japan. I've never watched The Irregular at Magic High School. I imagine that next year I will be watching. Some people I was on a podcast with, not big fans. It's kind of funny listening to them talk about it. But yeah, I want to check it out just because it is one of those series that has a lot of popularity. So probably in 2022, I'll be checking this out, but I'm not going to be watching this next season because, again, I have not seen the series at all and not enough time to just catch up on it. The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest. That's the next one here. And this one's JC staff, so okay. His strength limited by the magical crest with which he was born. Matthias, the world's most powerful sage, decides reincarnation is necessary to become the strongest of all. Upon his rebirth as a young boy, Matthias is thrilled to discover he's been born with the optimal crest for magical combat on his first try. Unfortunately, the world he's been born into has abysmally poor standards when it comes to magic, and everyone thinks he's still marked for failure. Now it's up to Matthias to prove everyone wrong, world's strongest sage style. Okay, wait. He's already in this world? No. This is a new world, right? Unfortunately, the world he's been born into. I'm so confused. So he's going from a magical world to a different magical world, which also still is based on crests. He goes to this other world and he gets the strongest crest, but people think it's the weakest crest. I don't know, man. It's weird. Just from that synopsis, it sounds like isekai trash. I'm gonna check it out anyways because isekai is something I do often do reactions for, and I imagine that the story's probably a whole lot deeper than just what that synopsis was, which is basically this guy's strong, goes into another world, super strong, but people think he's weak, but really he's strong, and he's gonna show everyone that he's strong. Next up, we've got My Dress Up Darling. This one's Cloverworks. Traumatized by a childhood incident with a friend who took exception to his love of traditional dolls, doll artisan hopeful Wakana Gojo passes his days as a loner, finding solace in the home ec room at his high school. To Wakana, people like beautiful Marine Kitagawa, a trendy girl who's always surrounded by a throng of friends, is practically an alien from another world. But when cheerful Marin, never one to be shy, spots Wakana sewing away one day after school, she barges in with the aim of roping her quiet classmate into her secret hobby, cosplay. I'm already liking it. Will Wakana's wounded heart be able to handle the invasion from this sexy alien? Ooh, a sexy alien? Oh yeah. I don't like the fact that he calls her a sexy alien, or rather that this calls it that. But yeah, she does cosplay, so that's interesting. He likes to make outfits and do like dress up for dolls, and then this really popular girl shows up and she actually likes to dress up. So now he's not going to be doing dress up for dolls, but for a real life doll. It's a romance school seinen slice of life. I will be checking that out. Actually, wait, how the fuck is this seinen when he's in high school? How's that seinen? Anyways, I am interested. I'll probably check it out. Listen, dude, romance, if it's funny, if it's a little calm, I'll take it. Might not be calm, but that's okay. I'll check it out. Next up, we've got The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. It ain't easy being a genius. Prince Wayne is ready to commit treason, and who can blame him? Faced with the impossible task of ruling his pathetic little kingdom, this poor guy just can't catch a break. But with his brilliant idea of auctioning off his country, this lazy prince should be able to retire once and for all. Or that was the plan, until his treasonous schemes lead to disastrous consequences, namely accidental victories and the favor of his people. So this guy wants to fuck shit up, but in the process actually is successful. So not successful in fucking things up, but actually improves things. Okay, I can see how that's a comedy. It's interesting. I don't know if it's isekai though. It doesn't necessarily scream isekai. It does scream fantasy. I'll probably watch it. And then I can decide which one's better. You know, The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt, or How the Realist Hero Rebuilt a Kingdom. Next up, we've got the case study of Vanitas Part 2. Now, here's something about Vanitas. I watched half of the first season. I didn't finish it though. So I'm torn here. Do I finish the first season and then start up the second season, or do I not? I don't know. So I'm gonna leave this one up to you all. The reason why I stopped is because it wasn't performing so well, but it's not like I didn't like it. I liked it. I just didn't have a lot of time for it. And again, wasn't performing very well. So I just stopped it. It's something that I enjoyed and will probably want to do, reactions for. So you all let me know down in the comments, is this a series that I need to pick back up and start doing those reactions to finish off part 1? So that way when part 2 starts, which is halfway through January, it means I've got plenty of time. I can start that up or not. You guys just let me know down in the comments below. Next, we've got Princess Connect Re-Dive Season 2. Didn't watch the first season. Probably not going to be watching it. So the next one we've got here is She Professed Herself Pupil of the Wise Man. Going by the name Dunbalf, he's known across the land of this virtual world. But one night before bed, Kagami uses an in-game vanity case that's about to expire, opting to create his ideal version of a female Dunbalf avatar for fun. Waking up, he's surprised to find that he's now in the body of the avatar he created the night before, and he'll have to work his way up from the bottom up. So he's a young dude playing an old dude who is now playing a young girl who is still that old dude. What? I get what he's saying though. So he basically plays the avatar of this old man, and then he creates this young version. And then after waking up, he is actually inside of the game as the young version. So he's no longer playing the old character, but the old character exists in the game. And so now the old character is like an NPC, and he is that young version that is supposed to learn the ways from. Yeah. It sounds interesting, but honestly, you guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments below. Is this one I'm checking out or not? Because not 100% interested in that. Next, we've got Teasing Master Takagi-san 3. So this is the third season of, Teasing Master Takagi-san. And I didn't watch the first 2 seasons, so probably not watching this one. Though, admittedly, probably may end up checking this out during 2022, as I do plan to watch a few of these other ones because it's got that similar vibe to Nagatoro, and some people want me to check out Uzaki-chan. I've never seen that before. There are a few others that I will be checking out. This might end up being one of those, so I don't think I'm going to be watching it in the winter 2022 season, but I may end up watching it regardless, just at some other point. Next, we've got In the Land of Lidale. After being put on life support after a tragic accident, Kana Kagami's only freedom comes from the VR MMO RPG Lidale. One day, her life support system shuts off and Kana passes away, and she wakes up. She finds herself in Lidale 200 years in the future. As the high elf Kana, with lost skills but incredible stats, she must forge relationships with the residents of this new world, which shockingly include the children characters she designed herself. A leisurely adventure tale is about to begin, featuring a girl transported to a game world and the smiles and tears she shares with her quirky companions. You gotta let me know down in the comments. Hey, I'm gonna be telling you guys to let me know about a lot of them, and I'm not choosing every single one of them. So let's be real about that. Next up, we've got Orient. And Orient, I believe, is the one that's also done by the creator of Fairy Tail. And I've never seen Fairy Tail at all. Oh, no, wait. Maybe this is not the one that by Fairy Tail. Is it the one by the guy that did Magi? I haven't seen either, by the way. So Magi, not Fairy Tail. So sorry to the fans of Magi. Did not mean to disrespect. Must be a different anime. I was thinking, oh, Eden Zero is the one from the Fairy Tail guy. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah. This is from the Magi mangaka. So I'm really sorry about that. Don't take off my head, okay? But Orient is one that I want to check out. I've never seen Magi, and I am actually intrigued by Orient. So yes, this is probably one I will be watching. Though, let's check out the synopsis because I actually haven't seen any trailers or anything for this. When unidentified creatures known as Kishin suddenly appeared in Japan, all of the most famous military leaders were killed in battle and the end of the world seemed close at hand. Now, 150 years later, demons still rule the world and only the band of Bushi continues to fight for freedom. Musashi and Kojiro, out of admiration for these brave fighters, strive to form the strongest band of Bushi in this classic battle action story of friends passionately chasing a dream. I mean, the character designs look pretty cool. Yeah, I'll be checking it out. Sounds kind of cool. So you can expect reactions for this on the channel. Next up, we've got Love of Kill, which some people actually told me to check out. I watched the trailer for it and it didn't really resonate with me, but why not? This is Josei, so this is supposed to be directed towards a female audience, but not like on the young end, a little bit older. So that's interesting, you know, action and romance. Two assassins face off at a certain workplace, the cool bounty hunter, Chateau, and the mysterious and powerful Ryang Ha. Chateau and Ryang Ha become enemies after this fight, at least they should have. But for some reason, so I was saying this kind of reminds me of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and it's already given me that vibe. But for some reason, Ryang Ha takes a liking to Chateau and begins following her around. Little by little, Chateau develops a cooperative partnership with Ryang Ha, which gets her caught up in the struggle against the organizations hunting him down. Furthermore, that battle is related to her past as well. Interesting. Why did Ryang Ha approach Chateau? What is Chateau's secret past? Two mismatched assassins weave together a twisted assassin x assassin thriller. The strange gears of fate begin to move. I'll still watch it. I'm still gonna end up checking it out. I don't know how interested I'm gonna be after the first few episodes though. Next one, we've got Fantasy Bishoujo Juniku Oji-san 2. A dull old man and his handsome best friend were summoned to another world by a naked goddess. However, because of the goddess's mischief, he has turned into a peerless, beautiful girl. To get back his body, he has to go on a journey with his best friend to defeat the Demon King. An old man that became a beautiful girl and a handsome old man. Let the madness-filled otherworld's journey rom-com begin. Rom-com? Wait, I don't see how there's a I hope the rom-com isn't between them because they're boys. Just because your boy looks different, I mean, that's your boy. You never thought of fucking your boy before, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for that one. I don't know. But OLM, I don't know if this is a different OLM from the OLM that is doing Komi. So they're pretty good. I just don't know how this one is going to also look. Whatever. You got to let me know down in the comments. Is this one I'm checking out or not? Because I just honestly do not know. Next up, we've got Miss Kuroitsu from the Monster Development Department. Comedy, fantasy. The manga centers on the Kuroitsu, an assistant researcher in the Superhuman Development Department of Agastya, a villainous secret organization that battles with heroes who try to save the world. Why does this just feel like a knockoff version of Combatants Will Be Dispatched? What the fuck? Is Combatants Will Be Dispatched a knockoff version of this? I don't... I don't know. Before I go any further, this is going to be another one that you got to let me know down in the comments. I don't know if this is one I should be checking out. Requiem of the Rose King. This one is action, drama, historical, shoujo, supernatural. Richard, the ambitious third son of the House of York, believes he is cursed, damned from birth to eternal darkness. But is it truly fate that sets him on the path to personal destruction? Or his own tormented longings? Based on an early draft of Shakespeare's Richard III, this dark fantasy finds the man who could be king standing between worlds, between classes, between good and evil. Doesn't sound horrible. I might end up checking this one out, but let me know down in the comments, is this one that I should check out? The synopsis didn't really entice me enough to actually like say, oh, I gotta check this one out. So like, I just don't know if that's gonna be one I check out. But let me know down in the comments. Next up, we've got Sabikui Bisco, action adventure fantasy. His powerful bow pierces the rust of destruction to save the people he loves. A thrilling adventure and action story set in the future Japan where everything has rusted away and the rust wind threatens to wipe out humanity. The whole world is now a desert. And the protagonist, Bisco Akaboshi, uses his bow and special mushrooms as a mushroom protector, a noble thief who causes chaos all across Japan. To save his dying master, Bisco goes on a journey to seek out a special healing mushroom called a rust eater. In Imihama, he meets Milo Nekoyanagi, his new partner, and heads out on a crazy adventure. The Saitama Iron Desert stands in their way, along with a town made from the remains of one of the weapons that destroyed civilization and an abandoned underground subway line where giant octopuses live. What? I thought it was a desert. Okay, I'm kind of confused here. With Milo's genius and Bisco's arrows, they're ready to face any danger, but then they're faced with the evil plots of a wicked prefecture governor. I thought I looked at the promotional image for this and I was like, yo, this looks kind of hard, but now I'm doubting, not gonna lie. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, is this one I should check out or not? There's a lot of these that I'm just unsure about. Next up, we've got Girls Frontline, action, drama, military, sci-fi. The game's story is set in an alternate timeline near future Earth in the 2060s. The aftermath of a military accident that resulted in widespread disease, as well as the recent conclusions of careless nuclear war, has massively depopulated the planet, rendered much of the surface uninhabitable, and reduced once great nations to shadows of their former selves. Androids used for labor and combat have become an important facet of life, and easily replicable and disposable androids, known as tactical dolls, T-dolls, are used by private military companies in the front lines of numerous brushfire wars. In the game, the player takes the role of a fresh commander in a PMC, commanding T-dolls to fight against a new AI threat. This is based on a game. I don't think I'm going to be watching this one. Let's just keep it a buck. Don't even let me know in the comments below. I don't think it's going to be one I'm going to watch. Ochebe's sailor uniform. Ochebe Komichi lives out in the countryside with her family. She's won entrance to the prestigious Robai Academy Middle School for girls, and now she wants only two things: to wear the school's sailor uniform and make 100 friends. To make 100 friends, it's like a knockoff Komi. I don't know, bro. No. It's Cloverworks, so that's cool, but I don't know if this is quite my style. School slice of life. Honestly, might not be checking this one out. Next up, we've got Slow Loop. When Hiyori, a young girl whose deceased father taught her the joys of fishing, headed out to sea for some alone time, she never thought that she would encounter another girl there. After a while, this girl named Koharu and her end up fishing and cooking together, and they get to know each other a bit in the meantime. During their brief time together, Koharu finds out that the reason Hiyori went out to sea that day was because she's hesitant towards meeting her new stepfamily that same evening. But what a coincidence, Koharu is also meeting her new family tonight. No, it can't be a coincidence. Follow these two sisters and their new life together. And it's a fishing anime. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I'm watching that one. Not really my style. Not really my style. Slice of life, I'm honestly not really a slice of life guy unless it's a little rom-commy or just comedy. Next up, we've got Sasaki and Miyano, Studio Dean. Okay. School, shonen ai. What does that mean? Shonen ai. I don't even know what that means. And slice of life. Again, there's no comedy here. It all started with a typical old school boys love plotline. Okay, so this is a BL here. Gotcha. Bad boy senior meets adorably awkward underclassmen. One of them falls in love, and so on and so forth. But although Miyano is a self-proclaimed boys love expert, he hasn't quite realized he's in one himself. Oh, he's in a BL. Which means it's up to Sasaki to make sure their story has a happily ever after. I am not opposed to BL. In fact, I would love to actually check out a BL series. Probably in 2022, I will. I haven't really seen like a true BL series, and I would like to, but I don't want to just say, okay, I'm going to check out this one and then just hope that it's good. I'd rather like get introduced to it with like a really good one that is known to be good, you know? So maybe that's something we'll do in 2022. This doesn't really sound that interesting to me. Basically, this guy likes BL and he's basically in a BL, and it's up to this other guy to show him that he's in a BL. Next up, we've got Genso Sangokushi Tengen Rei Shinki. I really love it when they don't translate the titles. It's my favorite. The story is set in ancient China during the Three Kingdoms era. Cool. When various powerful warlords began maneuvering to conquer the known realms. After it was wiped out in unforeseen circumstances, the 6th unit has been reassembled with members from diverse troubled pasts. The leader and seal practitioner, Oki, the spirit purifier, Shunkyu Taken, and the demon slayer, Shorei. This is another one based on a game. Probably not. Yeah, I'm probably not watching that one. Let's be realistic here. Fate Project New Year's Eve TV Special 2021. Okay, so this is, oh yeah, it's a TV special. Not gonna watch it. Police in a Pod. Okay, so comedy, police, seinen, slice of life. Interesting. Female police officer Kawaii had enough of a career she wasn't even that into and was about to hand in her registration when the unthinkable happened. She met the new female director of her station, and after spending a little time with the gorgeous role model Kawaii, realizes that maybe she isn't quite done being an officer after all. Just looking at this, it looks pretty wacky. You've got all these different characters. They're all in their like police attire. Dog, why are there 2 monkeys? I don't understand that. Is this good? Is this one good? Because I saw the poster for it and I was like, this doesn't look bad. Like I would probably check this out, but I don't know if it's actually. So anybody let me know down in the comments. Is this one that's definitely worth checking out? It's Madhouse. It's comedy. Next up, we've got Futsal Boys. Now, this looks like a soccer sort of anime, and we're gonna get a bunch of soccer anime next year. And I think that I'm probably going to prioritize the ones that are supposed to be good. You know, like Blue Lock, I think is the name of one of them. And honestly, this is my sell. This honestly tells me instantly. Media Mix Project, which means it's probably a game, an anime to promote a gacha. Yeah, probably not. Okay, Sayuki Reload Zeroin. Action, adventure, comedy, demons, drama, josei, supernatural. Once the land of Togenkyo was a peaceful land where humans and yokai lived together. Then, however, men appeared who tried to revive Gyumao, the great yokai, who was slain by the war god Nataku Taishi and buried in Hoto Castle 500 years ago by using a forbidden combination of chemistry and magic. The negative energy waves this created spread across Togenkyo, causing the yokai to go insane and attack humanity. So these fuckers ruined it. What a bunch of assholes. To save the land, Kanzion Bosatsu orders Son Goku. Okay, Son Goku. Okay, we're doing this. Okay. Genjo, Sasuno, Sha Gojo, and Cho Hakai to go west. Really? This is what we're doing here? Okay. The 4 set out on a journey to stop the experiment to revive Gyumao. On the way, they meet Hazel Grouse, I don't know how you want me to pronounce that, who employs strange magic that uses yokai souls to revive the dead, and his follower Gato. The 2 of them join the party, and Ukoku Sanzo, the man they have a long history with, approaches in the shadows. Let me know down in the comments below, is this one I should be checking out or not? Because I don't really know. Next up, we've got Tokyo 24th Ward. Okay, this guy's on a skateboard. Is this another skating one? I didn't like Skate Infinity. I wasn't a fan. Cloverworks, though. The Far Eastern Special Administrative Region, also known as the 24th Ward, is a man-made island that sits in Tokyo Bay. Shuta, Ran, and Koki were born and raised on the island. Their family backgrounds, preferences, and personalities are completely different, but they are childhood friends who have always stuck together. However, one incident changed their relationship forever. A year afterward, the 3 friends are reunited by chance at a memorial service held for the incident. All 3 of their phones suddenly ring simultaneously. Their friend, who is supposed to be dead, is calling. Okay, so The incident is this other friend, and that friend is calling and demands that they make a decision about the future. The three friends do what they believe is best to protect the 24th ward and its inhabitants. Oh, it's an original. Yeah, I should have guessed that. It sounds kind of cheesy. It sounds like it's going to be a very predictable plot. I don't think this is what I'm going to be watching. No 831. In the present day, the world is in turmoil due to an unprecedented disaster. A young man living in Tokyo, Suzushiro, has a secret he cannot tell anyone. That secret is that he can stop the time around him despite his thoughts. One day, he meets a girl named Nazuna, who has the same power. When he learns that she is being used in a crime, he impulsively reaches out to help her. Oh, it's a special. I might check it out though. It sounds kind of interesting. Listen, bro, when you introduce the element of being able to control time or space, man, that shit that's like my superpower, by the way. Like if I could have, you know how everybody's got that power that they wish that they could have. You say, oh, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Mine is control over time and space. That's going to go into I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. We're going to be talking about that for like 30 minutes to an hour. Let's avoid that. Looks interesting though. I might actually check this one out. Next up, we've got Ryumans Club. This one looks tennis-y. I've never even seen Prince of Tennis, which is probably something I should watch. Another Leiden film. Wow, dude, are they like doing every fucking thing? What is this? The story centers on Mikoto Shiratori, a childhood prodigy at, badminton, but who never recovered from a major loss during a high school competition. Now he works in the sales department of a Sunlight beverage company, playing badminton on the side. Sports anime is very hard to do nicely. Like, you see one good sports anime and then other sports anime try to copy it. Basically, you see Slam Dunk and then everyone tries to kind of copy it. Is what I'm trying to say. Though, admittedly, that's a little different than what Slam Dunk is. Slam Dunk is very high school oriented, where this one is not necessarily that. But it's not like I've never seen this before. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is one I want to check out or not. Recap here. Let's go over the yeses first. Yeses are going to be Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom, World's End Harem, JoJo Stone Ocean. Of course, if there's another one, I'm going to be checking that out. And then My Dress Up Darling, Orient, and Sabikui Bisco. Then the maybes are Strongest Sage. Let me know if I should check that out. Let me know if I should check out Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. Also, should I catch up to and react to part 2 of Vanitas no Carte, or the case study of Vanitas? She professed herself pupil of the wise man. Not really sure about that one, but I guess if you guys are like, hey, you gotta check it out, then I probably will. Love of Kill, Requiem of the Rose King, Police in a Pod. That's 7, and that's it. So out of those 7, let me know if I should check them out or not. I'm also actually going to be watching the no 831. I hope that that's actually good, but it could be bad. Let's be real. Just let me know down in the comments the ones that I should definitely be checking up on. Only say 3 in the comments, okay? Do not give me more than 3. Only 3. If you say more than 3, I will literally ignore your comment. And for those of you that say 3, we're going to be putting that together and then comprising what's mostly said into a poll, which will just be 5 out of the 7 or 8 that I mentioned here as maybes. And then the top 2 out of that 5 will end up being ones that I actually do reactions for. Okay. The season does look a lot weaker compared to fall. Fall's got a lot of bangers. Yeah. So from here, please do leave a comment about what you're most interested in. Don't say the ones that I'm already going to watch, because obviously, though, admittedly, you can let me know which ones you're going to watch. And then you can say, by the way, the 3 that you should check out are. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, then like the video and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss another one if you're interested in anime themed content, since that's what we make on the channel. And until next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Peace.